The car was overheating the first time I drove it the other day with Garrett. And so we replaced it, but it was erratically overheating. It wasn't like, oh, it's getting hot, and then you let it set and cool down. It would like get real hot, and then just, whoa, it'd come all the way down. So we were thinking maybe the wiring on this car is janky. So coming to find out, the coolant temp sensor and all that is the same off of a 3000 GT. So I got a bunch of those. So we pulled the coolant temp sensor, plugged it into the thermostat housing. Gauge looks like it's holding. The fan isn't kicking on, but we don't know if it's not kicking on because it's not getting to a hot enough point, or the fan's bad. So we're gonna go make a drive. You haven't rode in it yet, and so we're gonna go see what we can do.
Oh, now I'm nervous.
Yeah. What year were you born?
01.
01. So this car's older than you. This is the last year of the Eagle Talon, 1998. So many young people don't know what an Eagle Talon is. It's crazy.
I've honestly never heard of it.
Really? Yeah. So basically, it's an Eclipse. I mean, that's what it is. So, you know, Mitsubishi and Chrysler started this company called DSM and Diamond Star Motors, and they built the Plymouth Laser under the Plymouth brand. They built the Mitsubishi Eclipse under the Mitsubishi brand. And then Eagle was this startup company that kind of formed from when AMC dissolved in the 70s and 80s. I think it started in 87 or 88 and it ran to 98. So it was around for 10, 11 years or so. But everything's interchangeable, like with all those cars. The motor, the transmission, the axles, the wheels, the dash, I mean, everything. It's just different manufacturers had their own little cars. Kind of like a Dodge Stealth and a 3000 GT, same shit.
Jared told me I need a diaper, so.
Yeah, this car, DSMs are light and this one's fast, and so it's real fucking sketchy. So. What? I told you.
That's crazy.
That was like, we were spinning. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This thing is fucking stupid.
That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, people don't expect this thing to pull like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw the huge Garrett turbo up front, but.
Yeah. That's an old one too, old cast wheel turbo. That's insane. It's fast. And I'm not like just taking it to redline. That was only like 7,300 on 35 pounds. But it makes power.
Oh, yeah.
You will 100% ruin some dude's day in a new Corvette.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the allure to me on these cars is like, people don't know what an Eagle Talon is. It's this little Econo looking car that weighs 3,000 pounds or whatever, and is all-wheel drive with a manual transmission. And you throw a little money at these things, and they're fast. Like the 4G to me is the small block Chevy of the import world. It was kind of like the real first tuner engine, and people raced them hardcore in the 90s. I mean, with basic stuff, those guys were going 12s in the 90s and 11s. That was fast as hell back then. Like a 1G auto DSM with like a 16G, some fuel, and some race gas, and on a tire, probably goes 1150s. Like, it's just, it's crazy.
Notice you got the headliner out.
Oh yeah, I ripped it out. I got some plans for that. We're gonna redo it. I mean, I still got it.
Oh, my.
But like, just driving it, like let's say you're just cruising, you're in traffic, and some dude's being a dipshit in his Hellcat, right?
Yeah.
You catch him on the highway and you brake boost a little bit.
That's insane.
Done deal. Game over. Like, he's done. Isn't it crazy?
Insane.
And since it's all-wheel drive, it just kind of does this little scuttle scoot thing. I don't know.
Was it stock motor?
No, it's a built motor. It's got manly rods, manly pistons. It's kind of cool. It's like the same companies that I would have picked, they picked to build this motor. So it's got all the good manly stuff. It's got ARP head studs. It's got Brian Crowder cams, Brian Crowder valve train, Brian Crowder springs. It's got a nice tubular manifold. It's got a Turbo Smart wastegate. It's got an old school GT35R cast wheel T4 turbo. It's got ID 2000 injectors, billet sheet metal intake manifold. Like, it's got some really nice stuff on this car. That's why it runs the way it does. I mean, it's got the right parts. Well, see, look, the temperature gauge just spiked. Let's see if you see it. So it spiked, but I don't know if it's truly hot or if it's the sensor bullshit.
Huh.
Because look, it's coming. That's it. It's coming back down now. So maybe we do have a head gasket because it's coming down slower than it was the other night. So maybe we're just building an excessive amount of coolant pressure. But man, even if we got to put a head gasket on this car, it's a badass car.
Oh yeah.
And like even from like a dig, dude, they're fucking dirty fast. All-wheel drive burnout?
I know the video's gonna do it no justice.
Oh no,
Not at all.
What'd you think?
Insane.
Fast.
Oh, yeah.
First run in Eagle Talon. Let's see if it's got oil or if it's got water everywhere. It spiked hot one time, but it came right down. But hey, I don't have a shitload of oil all over it this time.
Thing's fast. Yeah, it's like insane. So whenever, the other day when I was riding in it, I wasn't looking forward, I was looking at him.
Yeah.
And then we went for another rip in it, and I started looking straight. I was like, oh, hey, I'm gonna look out the window.
It's running better today.
Really?
I don't know if it's just like more traction today or I don't know.
Atmosphere.
It yeah, oh yeah, I didn't think about that. It's like 30 degrees colder today. That's probably why. Yeah, it's got better air. I mean, it's probably making another 50 horsepower it was the other day. It's fast. Trevor goes, oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, this car, I don't know. It's just a cool car, man. And like Trevor didn't know what an Eagle Talon was. Like so
Really?
many younger. Yeah, I think this car ended its production run before he was born.
Yeah.
I'm old. And most of the guys watching these car videos, they don't know. Like it's funny, the other day Lincoln came out, my 8-year-old, and he saw the Mitsubishi logo on the valve cover, but he saw the Eagle bumper, and he couldn't figure out. His brain was going, that's a Mitsubishi motor, but what's this new logo? Then how do you explain that to an 8-year-old?
Yeah, exactly.
So what I did is I took the 3000 GT and the Stealth.
Oh,
I popped the hood and I showed him both same engine. I pointed to then it like light bulb went off. He's like, oh, okay, he kind of got it. Like
same car.
yeah, I don't know. This thing when it's all cleaned up and we've cleaned up the wiring, we kind of figured out whatever the hell this overheating problem is. This is the dumbest freaking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like who puts half of this is a coolant overflow, half of it's a catch can. Right in front of your wheel. Like, and they relocated the wiring harness. Look, it's literally dripping water out right in front of the freaking wheel. Like, someone was just asking to die. So that's got to be relocated. So we're going to put that up on the firewall. We're going to clean this car up. I'm going to keep it. I got some cool plans. I've already started buying some parts for it for aesthetic stuff. And hopefully you guys like the Talon content because I haven't owned a fast DSM in over 10 years. I had a 99 GSX. It made about 500 wheel in like 2010-11. It had a GT30 76 on it on the 85. And I'm telling you, this combo is deadly. It's deadly quick. Like I gave Sean a ride the other night and he was like, I'm not going to race you in my freaking 07 or my Hawkeye car. I'm only going to, the 2011. I go, man, you got to let me get the hit. He's like, you're fucking stupid. I'm not giving you the hit. Well, like, we all know what last time I raced him in a 4G happened. I sent a rod through the block. So I text Ben, I was like, hey, I need you to dial this tune in. Let's turn this thing up. He goes, you're asking for the motor Mangler 2.0 on the 4G63? I'm like, well, let's not hang a rod out the block. But yeah, this car's gonna be fun, man. It's just weird. We bought this a week ago today.
Yeah.
Yeah, a week ago today. And then Wednesday we got it running from the bad PTU. Oh yeah, I didn't put that in the video because we were pulling the car apart, but this right here. So as you can see, like, the car is very haphazardly wired and done, but this right here is the problem with the car when I bought it. It should be grounded for one, but this is the Mitsubishi power igniter thing. We call it a PTU in the VR4 world. I'm not sure what other manufacturers or other car communities call it, but it looks the same as a VR4 igniter, but I think what that does, it's for wasted spark. It gives the ignition to the coil packs. And so basically that also gives tach signal. And so when we got in it, it didn't have any tach signal and the car was running like shit. I was like, well, the ECU has to have a signal for tachometer for a lot of tune-based things, depending on how they tune that. And so the guy I bought it from had bought a PTU chasing a no spark problem because the cam angle sensor had came unplugged. And so he fixed that. He put a new PTU on it that he bought used probably. Car started but ran like shit. He never thought to go back and take that PTU and plug it back in. That PTU is literally in the glove box. So we're able to take that PTU, we plugged it in, the dash started working, and then me and Garrett went out and pooped our pants because I didn't. I mean, you can literally see in the reaction of my face, like that was an honest, like, holy hell, this thing is a lot faster than I thought. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to getting this car lined out and having fun with it. I'm not gonna ruin it, but we got some really cool stuff we've got coming for this car. Aesthetically, we're kind of gonna set it for the time this car came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Clean this thing up, put some tires on. The damn date code on those tires is 2009.
I was
Jesus.
Yeah,
still in high school.
You were 9 years old. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the Talon content. I just got so much going on out here at Jrods Garage that we just play with a lot of different cars. I feel like sometimes we kind of get overwhelmed because we move from car to car to car and we don't finish this and we go to this, but I don't know. It's kind of a cool problem to have. So hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Hopefully you like the DSM stuff. Hopefully you like the 300ZX and 3000 GT stuff we're doing. Be sure to hit follow, subscribe, leave us a comment. We appreciate it. Thank you guys.